Hello and welcome to episode 111, 11 of Draft Offsides. I'm with Tico and Enzo. My name is Keith. What should we start with, guys? Should we start with the Blockbuster trade that happened in our league? Should we start with the recaps? Where do you guys want to start today?
Dodger Nation. First of all,
Dodger Nation.
Let's go Dodgers back to back.
Back to back. I ain't apologizing. Jimenez, you wanted to get hit.
Baseball. Stick to baseball. Was that our very first negative comment we ever got? Was someone saying that?
That was definitely, and we're gonna be talking about it for years.
That'd be a pretty good thing on a shirt. Just as like stick to baseball.
Stick to baseball.
Yeah.
It's like our version of shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble. Yeah.
No.
What was the Blockbuster trade? Wait.
Let's talk about it. So I made a big
Gabrielle?
trade, and I traded just straight up. I traded Salah away for Gabrielle from Arsenal.
How did that poll go, by the way?
Like 60-40 Salah, which was what I thought it would.
Yeah.
With 30 plus votes, I think.
I feel your pain. I feel your pain, Keith. Like you got rid of him, and then all of a sudden he starts scoring points.
I don't care. I mean, dude, that was such a fluke goal. I'm not like looking at that like, oh, like Salah scored really well. It was like, no, he scored a fluky ass goal. And also,
the pitch in your voice just tells me that you are slightly worried.
Can I give you my logic? Because people like a lot of people were clowning. And so one of the things that someone said that was interesting is like, oh, that's such a home league trade. It's such like a bad decision, like it's like a rash decision. It's like, no, I actually thought quite a bit about it. And the logic is that Arsenal right now are on track for like record defense. Like the best defense ever was Chelsea in 2004-2005, conceded 13 goals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that means that I think their goals per game was like an average of 0.39.
Yeah.
10 games into the season, Arsenal's is below that. Arsenal's is at like 0.3.
Yeah, they've only let in 3 goals.
Yeah, so they're already on track for that. Yeah. And I'm not saying they're going to beat it. I'm just saying that they're comparable right now defensively.
Yeah.
And then you look at the way the league is right now and the amount of goals that are set piece goals that are happening, and it's significantly higher than it's ever been in the last 10 years. Okay. And you're looking at the guy for Arsenal who's like their playmaker when it comes to set pieces. Like Gabrielle is, and it's just undisputed. Gabrielle is the guy that they look at, and like he got the assist from this game. He got the assist from a set piece. Like he's the guy they look at. And then I'm looking at Salah. He hasn't played well. There's that team's been in shambles. I know they got to win this week. Then also like Salah historically he's going to go to AFCON, which is what 6-7 games where he's going to miss. Yeah. Historically, Salah has been bad after AFCON.
Yeah.
And so like you add all those things together, and like I would confidently bet a good amount of money that rest of season, not even starting just even from week 10, like start week 10 counting. So starting from week 10,
so you're saying
season,
Gabriel will have more points than Salah
rest of season. So like for me, it's like a no-brainer then.
No, yeah, you're good.
We have to do.
Well, not a no-brainer, but I don't even care.
Your logic is clean, but
yeah, but it's like it's a hard. It's not like I wouldn't suggest that trade for anyone. So, it's not for the fan of heart. You know what I mean?
The only thing I would say to that is, Arsenal are on track, but Arsenal also historically in January start just losing games.
So you think it's the collapse is an Arsenal thing? You think
it's an Arsenal
it's inevitable?
Thing. It's just like how Tottenham are Spursy. Don't worry. Look, I'm probably going to get into an argument, not an argument, a passionate debate with another person who doesn't like the fact that we said that Arsenal didn't score enough goals, blah, blah, blah. But we're going by stats historically. Arsenal, at the moment, I said it straight, that the best team in the league at the moment, best defense, they're doing really well. But when January hits is when it's going to have to change if they can fix it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that they have to fix it. They have to just not break it, right?
Yep. No. Well, yeah.
I mean, you guys ready for Voice of Reason?
Yeah, I want to.
Voice of Reason. Let's hear it.
So the trade on the surface, when you look at the names, obviously the initial reaction is like, this is a stupid trade. It's like one-sided. But I do believe you could have probably gotten more out of it. Like maybe like an initial like 20 fab or something. Just because Salah has that name value.
I think if I was... This trade is keep going.
Yeah, because the trade you sent me was Salah and I think it was the Newcastle defender, one of the Newcastle defenders.
For
for Muniz. To me, that was a no-brainer. I was click no regardless, mostly because of AFCON. If there was no AFCON, I would have accepted that trade for sure. But I think you could have gotten some fab out of it. And as far as like the whole January thing, I get that, like, like teams historically perform this way, but I think this team is like a lot deeper, and we've been saying this a lot, but I don't believe I don't think just because the team has done bad in a month like the previous years, it's going to carry over for this year as well, because different year, different thought process,
players,
completely agree.
so many different
But we're
things.
just going over what's
opponents.
happened over the last 3 years when they've come second. Like they've been top before, and I'm not saying, and they've been good for 3 years. Also been outstanding for 3 years. And the one difference I'll say that you said was they do have depth. But then you corrected me early in the week, and you said, well, yeah, they have depth, but Saliba's a big piece. They don't really have another piece that can cover him. You see what I'm saying?
But like Mascara is not a bad defender. Like I think, and then like if he goes down, like Fiore can play that position too. I guess what I'm like the roundabout Timber too. Like the roundabout thing I'm saying is that I'm like totally drinking the Arsenal Kool-Aid now. I think I'm fully thinking like, oh yeah, this team is legit. And like I don't like Enzo, your point, like I think they're deep enough, and I think they have enough experience now where they're not gonna collapse. Like I think they're like I think that they're finally at that stage where they should win it.
Look,
last thing,
go ahead. And as a Tottenham fan, I've got to say it's gut-wrenching. I hope it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But the way it's looking, honestly, they look phenomenal. Unfortunately.
And last thing from my point on this is, remember 2 years ago, Arsenal had that amazing defense as well, but last year they didn't perform because of injuries. 2 years ago, you were dying to get your hands on the Arsenal defender, fantasy-wise. Even like Zinchenko was putting up minutes, putting up points. So I feel like this defense is more similar to that than the one from last year.
And like look at if you have 2 Arsenal defenders, you're probably winning your league. Like if you have like Timber and Saliba or Gabrielle and Calafiori, you're probably close to first in your league. Like,
dude, if you have Arsenal defenders and Crystal Palace defenders, you're probably
like the guy who's leading our league in our Bros League, our 12 team, has 2 Arsenal defenders, 2 Crystal Palace defenders, and he's like 7-1. Like it doesn't even matter who the rest of his team is. It's just a weird season like that.
Can we talk about that 12-man league and what you and Enzo did?
Oh, we freaking tied this week. Wait, you guys, we tied this week, and then I lost in our main league by 0.25 points. This has been like disastrous.
I was up by like 25 points, and he had freaking Sunderland defenders and fucking Xhaka.
I had Enzo Lefi, the Sunderland midfielder.
Fuck me.
Gotcha.
Who? Okay,
who would have thought a player from Leverkusen that was going to make a huge impact? Was that going to be Frimpong? Was that going to be Wirtz? It was going to be Xhaka.
Dude, he's tearing it up.
Who?
Yeah.
Xhaka.
Who is it?
Xhaka?
Xhaka. Oh yeah, Xhaka. Yeah. It's big wild. Yeah, he's having a phenomenal year.
And honestly, a couple of the Sunderland defenders of Mukalele, I think Bassett, Hume, they're all putting up numbers, and they're not clean sheet numbers.
No, they're just busy numbers.
They're busy numbers.
Busy boy numbers. Okay, let's keep moving. Wolves sacked Pereira finally. It's surprising it's taken so long to do that. I guess fantasy-wise, the only piece that like I'm kind of curious about is Hugo Bueno, because he's been kind of like sneaky good for a while, and you wonder if a new coach, like he's not going to get as advanced as he has. So that'd be the one I'd be concerned about. And then I think otherwise, like from attacking standpoint, it can probably only get better.
Yeah, maybe, but not if they get Eric Ten Hag, which is one of the rumors.
Is it?
Really?
That's one of the rumors, because Gary O'Neill already said no. They tried to get Gary back, and he said
no.
He said no.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, I'm not. It's not the right time because you're dead last and can't win a game. But the other rumor is Ten Hag, because he's a free. He's free, isn't he? Because he got fired.
Is this the worst job in the recent years that's opened? Winless team, no potential, no prospect. Like you're going to be relegated.
It's pretty bad. No, it's pretty bad. But usually, these are the jobs that are available at this time. You know what I mean? It's not usually. You're doing well unless you're Nuno and, you're doing okay, and then you get fired. And then, the big Ange comes in and screws it over.
Yeah, I think it might be one of the worst jobs in the last few years, Tico. I think it might be one of the worst jobs.
Oh, dude. I don't think so.
I think Wolves just didn't recruit well enough, in the offseason. I
They
don't even
just never
really blame
replace
the
the
coach that
players.
much. Yeah, I don't even. It's hard to even blame Pereira that much. You know.
And also, I mean, he saved their season last year, and also like it kind of shows
And
how fucking good Cunha is.
yeah,
It's not just Cunha though.
It's
You
not
got to
just
remember,
Cunha.
yeah. So Cunha was really good last season. I'll give you that. But they also lost Kilman. They lost Neto.
Ryan Al-Nouri. I mean, Ryan Al-Nouri. You can't state how important he was to that team. The amount of like ball progression that he did for them last year.
They lost a lot of key players and they
No.
didn't replace them very well. So
Kilman was in the West Ham last year.
yeah, but before that, they
Yeah,
haven't
I was
replaced
just
any of
saying
those players.
over the years.
Oh, okay,
over the
got it.
years,
Oh,
like,
got it.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
yeah.
Neto was gone. Yeah. They just
last
never
year,
replaced these players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Well, they try. They just don't get guys that are good enough.
yeah.
Okay, next one. There's a trend that I've been noticing. I talked about it on Twitter already, but there's CDMs are kind of kicking ass this year. Have you guys noticed that? Like just this week alone, in the top 5 the top 5 midfielders, Granit Xhaka, Casemiro, Declan Rice are all up there. You also have Ryan Gravenberch. Paqueta's more of like an attacking midfielder though. Moises Caicedo got 18.25. Like there's a lot of these guys that are like true holding midfielders that are scoring like big numbers.
Did Adam Warren score well too?
I'm not sure if Wharton did this week. Let me look.
Yeah, it's been definitely this year's defenders. Don't get me wrong, the attackers are still top of the point scoring, but defenders are scoring very well this season. Like in general, maybe not right across the board, but there's definitely a lot more in that top 20. I feel than last year. I don't know if there's a way for you guys to see that. If you can see it
last year to this year.
Yeah, last year to this year.
Oh, we'll have to do it offline, but I mean,
Tico.
Yeah, when Tico's not in
I'm in
Buenos
a
Aires.
different country with only my phone.
But
Enzo, for the record, Enzo, Keith and I do not have a special system that you don't have access to. It's literally the same fantrax that you use.
Yeah, but I'm not on my laptop. I'm on my phone because my laptop, obviously, the internet sucks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the CDM position particularly though, like we've talked a lot about defenders ad nauseum, but like Gravenberch, Caicedo, like these like the last 2 weeks, Casemiro's been unreal. And like I think I was listening to someone talk about how like there's this like tactically they're pushing like everyone's pressing so high, and like so these center defenders like CDMs are playing way higher up and they're winning the ball high up the field. You look at Caicedo's goal this week where he won the ball like twice in a row high up the field and made the pass for João Pedro's goal. I mean, so if you're getting a lot of like defensive points and you're potentially all of a sudden much more close to the goal when you're winning the ball back, it's just interesting. It's very interesting.
It's definitely fantasy value.
Yeah. Okay. Last thing to talk about, news and notes. High five gate, Tottenham. And so is that smoke or is that fire?
What are you talking about?
High five gate.
What's high five gate?
Thomas Frank went out to the field, went to high five.
Oh, you talking about that? They've already
Jed Spence and Van de Ven.
They already went to the manager's office and apologized.
I know.
Hey,
you're frustrated. I get it. You're frustrated.
I get it too.
I watched the game. Did you watch? I know you watched the game, Keith, but did you watch the game, Tico?
I did not.
It was frustrating for Tottenham. Was trying to make it work, pass the ball out, and they got frustrated by the high press. Don't get me wrong, they had moments, but Chelsea just dominated. And it's not a game where, and fuck you, Keith, by the way, you scumbag, for
what did I do?
For giving the nod to Tottenham, the last pod, and you acting all fucking, but this is, Tottenham playing well and Chelsea. Shut up. We already know that Chelsea wins at friggin', what do you always call it?
3-point lane.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch.
okay, this is perfect because we can talk about this game a little bit. Tottenham's XG was 0.05.
So bad.
Whoa.
There was no love for the forward attackers. And Tico, I'm going to tell you this right now. You're going to smile, but Xavi Simons looked absolutely clueless the whole game. He came on after 4 minutes for an injured Bergvall for a freaking concussion because he was fucking stumbling, didn't want to come off. And in the time that was in until he got subbed off in the 74th minute, I don't know what he was running into or what space he thought or what legs he thinks he has, but he could not outrun any player on there.
Yeah.
I don't know how many dispossessions he's had, but it probably wasn't enough.
I said, I made a note that Simons either needs to be benched or he needs to be played out wide until they figure out what's going on. Because right now, him in that whole spot is not working.
Not working. He just runs into players like they're not there. Like it's a training game. And it's okay to lose the ball.
Yeah. So he's obviously on bench. We talked about this ad nauseum last week, but like he shouldn't be starting games for your fantasy team. And he probably shouldn't be starting games for Tottenham right now until they figure out what's going on. João Pedro should have had 3 goals too. He ended up with like 20. He ended up with 20-some points this week, but like that should have been an even more lucrative week for him.
It's because Vicario's a G.
Vicario did make some good saves. That is very true.
He's been saving us this season from getting freaking embarrassed. Perfectly honest. So we'll see.
Yeah. So 3-point lane. We move on. Next game, Liverpool, Aston Villa. It felt like old Liverpool. Am I wrong to say that?
No, it did.
And do you know why? It's because they only made one. They only had one player in that team that wasn't that like was new. Every other player was there last year. Only Ekatike was the only player that started, and then I guess the keeper, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
But like, so to me, they look good because they had players that understood the system
each other
and like didn't have. They weren't like trying to fit into like players into new roles and stuff.
Also, they didn't feel like they were trying to do too much on their own. They were playing as a team. They were moving the ball.
I also saw something online. They were talking about how Emery, the way he played against Liverpool, was a different tactic as opposed to like how every team was playing against him during the losing streak. So I don't know if you guys watch this. I'm thinking about that. Maybe they're sitting to it as well. Because I mean, obviously, like even the Mo Salah goal that you mentioned, it was kind of like a lucky goal.
Very lucky. Like you just got gifted that goal.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So, and I guess that's kind of my other point. Like, even though Salah looked good, he got gifted a goal. Like, I still wasn't like, this team is back. And I wasn't like, like, even though I was kind of bitching in the group chat, kind of jokingly, like, I'm not like, oh shit, I fucked up on that trade, or oh shit, suddenly Liverpool's back and everything's fine.
Also like, yes, Mo Salah scored, but Gabrielle put up more points.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And also Liverpool, like, they didn't look, amazing, and they have a big test coming up. Tomorrow? Yeah. I think tomorrow.
Shout out. I don't think he's on waivers, but Andrew Robertson looked really good, and I would not be shocked to see him continue in that role for a little bit. And he is on quite a bit of waivers. I think he's only owned in like 25% of leagues.
I don't think he plays against Real Madrid, though. I think that'll be Kirkes.
I don't know, man. I mean, Kirkes has been getting smoked by players. He's been getting caught out of position.
Do you think this is him changing the lineup for a team that he wants to play, or you think it was literally him maybe resting some of the players he thinks he needs against Real Madrid?
We'll see tomorrow, I guess. We'll see. Yeah.
But I mean, he can't even afford to rest players, though. He can't even, like, if you think about it, he can't even afford to rest players.
Well, Isak has an injury. And like what? So
that's
it'll be interesting to see. I mean, it'll be interesting to see if Wirtz plays against Real Madrid. Because that would be the one where maybe you could argue he needed a little break.
I haven't watched Liverpool in Champions League this season. Have they looked better? Are they like how Anthony Gordon is for Newcastle? He plays well in Champions League and shit in the league.
I mean, the Liverpool lost in their last game in Champions League, so I can't say that it's been phenomenal. Okay,
Szoboszlai's been their best player.
Szoboszlai again looked very good in this game. Again, he looked very, very good. I think we were kind of doubting on him, but he's kind of proven us wrong and has been the one that I think has stood out, right?
Yeah.
Where is he? So right now he's ranked 9th in mids overall and 29th in players overall.
Pretty good. What did you draft him, Tico?
I don't remember when I drafted him, but I remember I vowed not to draft him because I had him every year. He's been in the league. And then I drafted him again because I couldn't pass up on him. I think it was like 4th or 5th round. I traded him because I needed a forward. Yeah, I traded for a forward, Hudson-Odoi, who got benched because of Big Ange. And then Ange got fired, but Derek had picked him up already. So and then Hudson-Odoi started and he scored 12 points on Derek's bench. So essentially I gave up. I dropped Szoboszlai for nothing.
Love to see it. Okay. Let's move on to the next game. Brighton versus Leeds. Leeds just collapsed in this one. And the other shout out, this was Brighton's first clean sheet of the season. Did you know that?
Was it?
No.
No, I didn't know that.
A Welbeck with another goal.
Because it was against Leeds. Because they've been playing really well.
Leeds is look good. Yeah. I mean, but Leeds just did not.
Longstaff didn't get any points fantasy-wise, really. Nor did Stark, nor did Aronson.
Yeah.
Yeah, they nullified them.
There's World Cup talk.
He's not playing for us.
There's World Cup that he's going to be the backup.
He's not going to, mate. He's not.
Well, who's the backup striker?
It's like Ollie Watkins,
Ivan Toney?
Ivan Toney, Ollie Watkins, Delap when he's not getting red carded.
I would take right now at this very moment. I would take Welbeck over all 3 of those guys.
I wouldn't take Welbeck.
You have to think about he's such a good locker room guy too. Everyone loves Welbeck.
Do they?
Veteran
Yeah,
age.
people. He's considered one of the. He's considered one of
Put
like
it
the
this
best
way: we've already
personalities.
got an aging striker in Harry Kane, who obviously is killing it, but he is in the Bundesliga, and we already know how that works in the Premiership. Makes you look like a freaking superhero.
Ivan Toney's in, where is he in that? Turkey, Saudi?
Yeah, but he's
He's so
banging in
solid.
goals against players like Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, because because Cristiano Ronaldo's
Yeah,
playing
because he's
defense against
defending.
Ivan Toney.
Yeah, like this fucking guy.
No, I'm not saying Ivan Toney either, but I'd much like you got Bowen who could work in there. Delap, who's still young. I think he's still a good player. Ollie Watkins will find
Well,
form.
he'll
Is
be
he
older
going to
next
be
year.
like? Is he going to be like Harry Maguire, who plays horrible for his club at times, but then plays amazing for England? I don't fucking know. But I don't think Danny Welbeck's the answer as backup, perfectly honest.
Yeah, but as of now, I think he's the answer for if you need him in your fantasy teams, and just ride the lightning on that one.
And go say his name again.
5 and 6, 5 and 6,
something like that.
Maybe more.
Derek picked him up. Derek picked him up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 in his last 5. 6 goals in his last 5 Premier League games.
Haaland numbers.
Absolutely. He does have a big fat 0 score in one of those games, but every other game he scored. The last thing I want to call out in this game was Minta. Doesn't look so good. He didn't get any points for it, but he created the first goal too. So it's like just not you're looking beyond just the fantasy scores. Like he created the first goal. You know what I mean? He made like the pass that led to the assist.
He got the hockey assist.
Yeah, and like which was a little more creative pass. And he got the assist on the second goal. And like I don't know, I'm just asking for you guys, where does he rank rest of the season for you?
Well, you think he's putting up? Is he putting up first round value at the moment?
I think he's putting up
like 10th?
Second round value, like maybe like 14th, 15th. Like if you were redrafting today, I think he's probably going in the second round.
Second round.
Yeah.
I think he's like the second level of strikers. Do you take out the League One second level?
Midfielders.
Second tier midfield.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're taking him over like an Anthony Gordon. Obviously, you're taking him over like a lot of mids. Like what mids are you not taking him over? Like maybe not Kudus. Obviously not Saka, Palmer. He's not in that tier.
Fernandez.
But I would take Minta over
Grealish. I think Grealish is a good comp.
Yeah,
Grealish is a good comp. I think I would take Minta over Declan Rice. I would take Yeah, Grealish is probably is an interesting one. I think they're probably on a similar level.
I think that's that's the on par.
Yeah. Okay, next game, Burnley versus Arsenal. Arsenal was just dominant this game from start to finish. Set piece goal. Yeah. Yeah.
He did come off injured though.
Yeah, he did. But it doesn't say. Do we know anything else about it right now?
He said he felt something in the muscle, a little niggle, so they took him off.
What do they do if they don't have him? How close is Kai Havertz to coming back?
He's back. Havertz is back.
He's fully back.
I think he's played.
I think he might be right.
Yeah, he's played. Yeah.
I think he might be right. I think I remember seeing that. So,
but they could also go Mikel Merino. They did that last year.
Yes, that's true too. And so at least that gives them like an outlet. That gives people like an outlet, What about anything Burnley? I think it was just too much for them.
Too much for them.
Yeah. Not much to say there.
Just goalkeeper, he's still putting up numbers.
Yeah, no one's he's available in a lot of leagues still too.
Yeah.
No one's really willing to commit to that. I think it's just the pain of when they do lose games bad.
Well, this one was only It was only 2-0. So he didn't do too badly. Same as Hartman. I don't think he had horrible numbers. I think it was like 6 points.
Yeah, because they're just busy. They're so busy back there, you know.
Well, number one goalie, Sunderland keeper.
Yeah.
You should try trading for Haaland.
Mo Salah.
Yeah. Okay, next game, Crystal Palace, Brentford. I thought Palace felt really comfortable the whole game. And I think that's again, another sign that they're the real deal. Because in the past, that would be the type of game where it'd be two teams that are kind of those plucky upstart teams. But now it looks like Palace has just kind of reached another level.
They're just so dialed in defensively.
Yeah.
When you watch the game, they got so much control on their back, and Guehi's just and Richards, they're just freaking holding it down.
Talk about a team losing players not replacing them and still playing great. Oli said, Eze, those are like top elite players they lost. Didn't affect them. Guehi, they're going to lose next year, and they're still putting up amazing results. I mean, they knocked out Liverpool.
Again, it's a combo of like great coaching and then great like recruitment,
organization.
Yeah. Just, it's one of those games that just struggled. I feel like with Brentford, it's like if they don't get things going, it can get pretty ugly from a fantasy standpoint, you know? But like, you know, because they play that really direct style. So if that direct style isn't getting them anywhere, like nobody's getting points on that team. You know?
Yeah.
Like their high scoring player was their defender, Christopher Azier, with 6.5. That's pretty rough.
Yeah. It's hit or miss. They either show up or they just completely just collapse.
Yeah. Okay, next one. Nottingham Forest, Man United. That kid's never getting a haircut, is he?
He's never getting a fucking haircut.
He's never getting a haircut.
Okay.
Just the second he has a little bit of hope, he gets ripped away from him.
But even with a draw, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, it is Forest and you expect them to beat them, like the way they've been playing in form, but to come back 2 goals, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. I mean, in some ways it's a good point for them, but obviously I think that people were just expecting more, you know. But when you get punched like that, they got sucker punched by those 2 goals.
And it's better that they got the draw. If they lost, oh my god, the media would have had a field day.
Yeah. Tico, we've been talking about like United and the fact that there's like all these attacking players and if they're all going to score. It looked like who was the odd man out this week? It was Sesko, huh? Like
Sesko.
Mbeumo had a solid game.
0.25.
Cunha had a solid. You know, everyone else scored north of 10, and then Sesko was almost 0. But 0.25. So it's just like I wonder if there's always going to be there's a little bit of that roulette thing going on with them, you know.
But I think Sesko is the one from them that's probably most goal dependent, obviously. Because Mbeumo, Cunha, Bruno could do so much more.
They get to points so many different ways. Yeah.
I
think Casemiro's goal dependent too.
I would argue that Diallo is a little bit just goal dependent, and not goal dependent, but he's more prone to getting those lower scores than the other guys because of the fact that he plays on that wing back position. And that's just like, he just could get like the game flow, game state just means that he could maybe lose out. Where I feel like Cunha and Mbeumo, Bruno are always going to, no matter what the situation is, always going to have the opportunity to score points.
Yeah.
You know,
those 3 are the top of the pecking order. And also Diallo needs to have the ball at his feet. I don't think he makes, because, you know, he does play that position. So he's not like in the box. He can't make those runs to kind of score. So he is the bottom of that. But remember last year, he was like, the few games that he played, he was a goals points monster, but obviously, you know, different formation at the time. Yeah.
Morgan Gibbs-White got his first goal this season.
Yep. Thanks a lot.
For Tottenham?
That's for what it's worth. I mean, he's been a bit of a disappointment.
Yeah,
he's been a bit of a disappointment for
he's
where
got
he's
his
going
first goal and I'm playing against him this week, so it fucking sucked.
Because he was a 3rd round pick in our league. And to get, you know, he got an assist the very first game of the season, then he just got a goal. That's not good enough. His scores have been rough.
Disappointment, but also like it's understandable. Like I think his trajectory is pointing upwards just because of all the managerial changes they've had and the fucking lunatic of a team owner they have.
So you think would that be something you'd be interested in trading for?
No,
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I think you can get him on the cheap. I think someone might be willing to trade him now too, just because they're like, oh man, he finally scored. Let me try and get rid of him.
Who would you try to get him for?
Like
who's going to take who's not too good?
Okay, I have a good one. Okay, Doof from West Ham.
Okay.
Who would you rather have? Doof has been scoring consistently between 7 and 10 points every single game. I think there's one game where he didn't and he got subbed off at half.
Yeah.
Every other game he's scored between 7 and 10.
I like the consistency more. Like,
yeah, I would trade Doof for Gibbs-White just because Gibbs-White has the upside.
Yeah.
You know, but so maybe that. I mean, maybe someone like, who's another midfielder?
Reindeer Games?
I would happily trade Reindeer Games for him, I think. But like yeah. Who else? Who's another one? Granit Xhaka. What do you think?
No.
7? No, I might keep Xhaka.
You keep Xhaka.
He's been pretty damn good this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have
and
to,
consistent.
Right?
Yeah, you have to.
Lucas Paqueta?
He's been good.
He's been
good, but
he's Lucas Paqueta.
But he's Lucas Paqueta.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just never know when he's gonna throw a couple. He's gonna throw a couple bucks out. He's gonna bet on himself to get a yellow. And no, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think they're 2 players in similar situations where their teams have been so bad. The difference is Paqueta is on pens, and then B's actually scored some bangers where Gibbs-White hasn't. So
yeah,
I don't know. I think that's pretty interesting. That'd be an interesting one.
I don't think Morgan Gibbs-White's a bad player, but I don't think he has the fantasy value needed.
Well, he did last year, right?
Not really.
I thought he was pretty good last year.
Was he last year? I had him. I think he's still running off the season he had a couple years ago.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I know he was going in like the second, third round. And
last year, I
somewhere in
remember,
the third
I picked
round
him up.
typically. So this year.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about last year. I picked him up
So
early
I don't
too.
know. I feel So I'm gonna look. I can look real quick. 24-25 year to date. Morgan Gibbs White finished 21st overall. It was 34th overall in 24-25. So
And he went second round this year.
I mean, he went third round this year. So that's kind of right on.
Oh, right,
Makes
right.
sense. Yeah. All right, next game. Fulham Wolves. I don't have any notes. Harry Wilson scored a good goal.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
I mean, it's hard to really
Kevin's-
comment on Wolves just given that there's a new coach, so it's hard to know what it's going to look like.
Kevin started.
Kevin started,
and
but
I got
he did
so
very
excited,
well.
and I started him. Oh my god!
You got 5.5 points.
Yeah,
I think less. 5.5.
Yeah, something like that.
5.5.
Okay, next game. Man City Bournemouth. Do you guys see the stat? Erling Haaland, 13 goals. You know their next highest goal scorer is?
A
Burnley defender.
I know
own
this.
goals.
Yeah.
A Burnley
The own
defender.
goals.
We got 2 own goals.
Two own
against them.
goals.
Everyone else
Everyone
has
else has
one
one
goal. Nico
goal.
O'Reilly, Reinders, all these other players have 1 goal.
They're not a one-man team.
What an
though,
insane
you know?
stat.
They're
No.
not a one-man team.
I bet you there's a lot of other players that have assists. All to Haaland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, Galacticos in our league, that's his cheat code right there. Haaland is his cheat code. As long as he's just there, he's got a chance to win.
I'm so
That's Haaland.
upset.
I mean, he's unreal.
I thought for sure he was gonna take Saka, and I was gonna get fucking Haaland.
The thing is that Haaland right now is 40 points better off than the next best player in the league right now. That's a lot.
Is it still
10 games in.
Semenyo?
It's still Semenyo. Semenyo is 160.75. Haaland is at 201.25.
And Semenyo's had
Total
a couple
points.
bad they're not bad games, but they're not the same scores that he was getting.
Yeah,
earlier this
not at
season.
the level. Yeah,
He's dropping off. There was no way Semenyo was gonna.
maintain that.
Yeah.
We okay, Enzo?
Yeah, I dropped my phone.
No,
So I
is
got
that what
charged at the
happened?
same time. Yeah, because I was crossing my legs like an idiot. Oh,
What do we think? So I actually thought Semenyo still had some really good opportunities. I almost feel like it's not that his team let him down, but like he created a lot still. Like he still looks like the guy, But yeah, I think
he's still playing well.
to Tico's point, he was never going to sustain. He was never going to sustain that level of production.
No, but it's
And also,
that
defense is like they're gonna focus more on him.
Yeah, true.
he's just not going to get that output every time. But he's still a great player for that team that is there to create goals by creating space, by getting all the attention. Yeah, but he's not going to always have those days where he scores a goal or scores 2 goals against Liverpool. It's not going to happen every week.
For sure. Okay, Pep Roulette is also in full swing. We need to speak on that. Shirky played, Foden played, Marmoush came in, Reinders, Savio, neither of them started. Doku started. It's turning into that chaotic situation over there.
It's happening again.
Yeah, it's happening.
Well,
again.
I mean, to be fair,
seeing ghosts.
it never went away. They were just injured.
True.
That's true. Good point. Fucking Pep.
All right, next one: West Ham versus Newcastle. West Ham showed up,
bro. Did they?
I'm gonna take a break on betting on Newcastle for a while. After that,
yeah,
that was stupid. Murphy scored, and he scored early, and it looked like West Ham are going to cruise, or Newcastle are going to cruise in this game, and then Newcastle really fought back. I was really impressed. I thought Nuno had them really well organized, and they were playing like a 4-1-4-1, which was interesting. So it was almost they had like 2 10s behind Wilson with Paqueta and Fernandez, and I thought that was actually a pretty good little situation for them. Like it worked
Bowen
well.
Bowen had a good time on that right hand side too. So.
Yeah, and I don't quite understand how he didn't get the assist for the last goal.
It's because you told fantrax to not give it to him.
I would have loved if they gave it to him. The opposite. But it was like he crossed the ball, but it was like maybe like Pope made a save. I don't know. It was weird. I didn't quite get how he didn't get.
Well, Declan Rice got an assist last week for a bounce off someone's shoulder.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Exactly. Yeah.
The mysteries of Opta score assist system. Okay, the last thing I want to call out is 3 Newcastle players got hooked at half, and that absolutely crushed a lot of people's fantasy weeks. Gordon and Voltemar both pulled at half. And the worst part about it is that they didn't look better. It wasn't like they got pulled at half, and then all of a sudden they looked better. It was like they got pulled in half, and I feel like this Newcastle still looked like shit. But I mean, on one level, maybe if you own one of those guys, you can take solace in that because that means that they'll probably come back to the team next game. It's not like they look, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So.
where's Wissa on his way back?
Man,
After the break.
it's definitely after the international. But it's like everyone's after the break. I think they just say that. They say that about everyone. Right?
It says I read early November, but then they said they just might hold him out until after the international break, give him some extra time to get in shape. But then when does AFCON start? So he's going to come back and after a month, get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I'm hoping he's injured until AFCON.
December. You're hoping he's injured until AFCON?
Yeah, so he doesn't go to AFCON, and then he doesn't go to AFCON. I have him. He's on my roster.
If he's
the same thing.
Tico, if he gets healthy during AFCON, he's going to go to AFCON.
I get it. Oh, like middle of it? No.
Yeah, he'd go in the middle. If he was suddenly got healthy, he'd be like, I'm going to go and play for my country because that to those guys, that's so important.
No, if it's not called up, he can't. So if he's injured, they're not going to call him up.
Right. Okay. Yeah. But then if he was if he was there was potential for him to be healthy, they would call him up.
Yeah,
Even if they knew he wasn't going to play for the.
Let's just leave this because he's going to come back before AFCON. He's going to get
even if it's injured, he's going to be on the roster regardless.
I don't know if he's really going to come back for AFCON. I think he might come. I think he might get some minutes before AFCON, but I don't think he's going to be a viable starting player before AFCON.
Let's talk about some other injured players. Is Kulusevski going to come back before AFCON?
Before AFCON, maybe.
Is he being called up for AFCON?
I would love it though. The whitest dude. I don't think they make him whiter than Kulusevski.
Yeah, he's fucking pretty white.
All right, last game of the week, Sunderland versus Everton. And Ndiaye went on an amazing run and scored a pretty good, quite the banger, huh?
Dude, he's a player. Do you think he can still be at Everton next season?
I wouldn't be shocked if he went somewhere else. It's just I'd be curious to see who would take him. I mean, you don't think what? Barcelona? I could see him being a Barcelona player actually.
I could see him being a Barcelona player too.
Wait,
they love those dribbly boys.
Where's he from?
Somewhere in
I don't know.
Somewhere Senegal.
Oh, he's Senegalese?
So him and Nico Jackson, he might be going to AFCON too.
No, Sergey.
What is Bayern Munich going to do if they leave?
So after that Ndiaye goal though, I felt like Sunderland dominated the game today.
It was God. I didn't get to watch the game while I was at work, but every time I looked at fantrax, it just got worse and worse.
That game,
I thought Sunderland was dominated. Sorry, go ahead, Tico.
Oh no, I wasn't going to analyze it. I was just going to say how amazing that game is because it resulted in both of you taking an L and then getting a tie. The first ever tie we've had.
So gross. Maybe not. No, we've had one maybe 2 years ago. But the worst part is it's not like I won one and drew another. It was won one.
That was because the Queen died
and lost one and tied one. Oh, it's worse. So I'd almost rather lose two than lose one.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing today. I was like,
because you know what's going to happen. Every time you guys look at the standings and see that one in the middle, that's you're going to remember that you guys banged. It's like
I don't know if I'd phrase it that way, but I'm gonna think about this one game because usually when I lose, I black vault it and I just never think about it again. Yeah. But now it's like I can't unsee that little one there.
And it wasn't even a high scoring tie. It's fucking 84.
No, it was
84.
absolute trash. It was like 84-84. We would have lost most of the other matchups.
But
that's
to be
fair,
fair,
about the other league, because I would have won every other matchup besides fucking the one I was in.
Yeah.
In the 12-man league, only one person scored over 100 points. I think it was a very low-scoring week.
It was a low-scoring week. Yeah, because 12-man makes
more
sense. Raf, yeah.
The person playing against me.
Yep. Yeah. What do you guys think about? So we implemented a new thing in our league where we pay starting week 9. We pay $10 whoever gets the highest points. What do you guys think about that so far? It's been 2 weeks. Kind of fun. Did you think about it?
I like it. But I think it will get a little bit more, sticking around for a little bit longer. But the ones who are still bottom, who've only won one game or two, I don't think they give a shit.
Yeah, I mean the hope was to keep them a little engaged, but
I hear you.
We'll see how it goes. I also thought that if I wrote like a paragraph about each winner, that it might keep people engaged too.
I
But no
saw
one
that.
seems to be liking that. No one seems to be
No,
reading
well,
them.
it's not really like congratulations. It's more like, here, you loser, go talk to your girlfriend who's abroad. That's fucked up, bro.
Go buy dollar cheese on me. But if I ever get that highest scoring one, I would like a long paragraph about that one.
You will absolutely get a paragraph. That's the whole point. As commissioner, I'm trying to keep this league fun, boys. Okay. The last thing I want to shout is Grealish had his lowest scoring game year to date, only 4.5 points. Sunderland kind of just shut him down. They swarmed him. Every time he had the ball, there were three Sunderland players.
Really?
Yeah, they did not let him do his thing.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay, should we get into waivers?
Yeah, let's get into waivers. Who you got?
First one, this was a Sergey ad. John Paul Van Heck from Brighton, defender, 31% rostered, 30th ranked defender. And I think it's worth calling out. We talked about earlier is he's the 30th ranked defender after this game, and this was their first clean sheet. So if they figure out their defense a little bit, like he could very much become a very, very good asset. So I like this one a lot. 14.6 points per game in the last 30 days with 1 goal and 1 clean sheet. Like clean sheet being this week. Next 3 games: Crystal Palace, Brentford, Nottingham Forest. Not a bad run, because even with Palace, it's like obviously they've been great, but it's not like they've been this like amazing attacking force. Yeah, it's like they've been just so good at defense and then scoring when they need to.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's a good one. Next one, Matt Sweefer, 37% rostered, 47th ranked midfielder, 11.12 points per game in the last 30 days with an assist. And then same next 3 games: Palace, Brentford, Forest. I think that's a solid one. Even if he does play defense as a midfielder, he's getting enough points to get there, you know?
Yeah. I like Waiver. I like a bit of Waiver.
We talked about Kevin from Fulham, 31% rostered. First start of the season, 71 minutes. Very disappointing, 5.25 points. Did he look better though? I didn't watch him that closely. Did he look like he's still like in the past? It's been exciting, right?
It's insane that his only rostered 31%.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, he hasn't.
Well, not really, because he hasn't.
This was his first start.
Yeah, not really, because he hasn't started. If he starts getting started, don't get me wrong. When he came off the bench, you're right. He scores a lot of points when he came off the bench. Like 15 minutes, you're getting 6-7 points. That's great. But then you started and you only got 5.5. It's a little bit concerning. Or you think it's just slow getting out the gates when you start?
I mean,
who did they play again? Like they played Wolves. It's not like it was some tough opponent.
Yeah.
No. All right, next one on here, Andy Robertson. We talked about him, Liverpool defender. I think he played well enough to lock down that role for the foreseeable future. I mean, I think Kirk will get starts. It'll be interesting to see against Madrid in Champions League who starts. And Robertson might not be able to go twice a week, every single week. He's getting up there in age, but I think he's worth picking up for a lot of teams as like your 5th defender, because you can throw him in. I think the one concern is that, like, other than this game, it's not like Liverpool. Liverpool's been letting in so many goals, so that'd be my concern there.
Well, you think that putting him in would like try to consolidate that, and he wouldn't get and mitigate how many goals they're putting in, because he's more trusted defensively than
defensively solid. It's very true. Very, very valid. Okay, next one, Harry Wilson, Fulham midfielder. I think he's been looking, like, eye test wise, he's been looking pretty decent recently, and he scored a pretty good goal. It's always tough with a Fulham midfielder. It's always tough with Harry Wilson, because Harry Wilson's always kind of promised, you know, like that he could be a viable player, and he's never quite delivered.
No,
but I don't know. I threw him on here because I wanted to see what you guys thought about him.
I've always liked Harry Wilson, but he just doesn't seem to be consistent enough in this team, and they don't mind hooking him and throwing him on the bench. You know what I mean? And honestly, the Fulham midfield hasn't been scoring the points like they did last season. When I say the Fulham midfield, I mean Obi-Wan Iwobi hasn't been putting up those numbers like he did last season. So, and he was like the engine of that midfield, and they're not getting going. Perfectly honest. So
they play Everton next week. Everton's been kind of dismal.
Are they playing at Big Dick Stadium?
They're playing at Hill Dickinson. Yep.
Yeah, and they've only lost 1 game there.
Yeah, true. Next one on the list, we have a bunch. Mateus Fernandez, West Ham, played 24 minutes in game week 9 and got a goal. And then he got to start in game week 10 and had an assist and got like in the teens, like 14, 15 points. I think he looks good in the position that Sean Dyche has him in, which is playing next to Paqueta behind a striker in like a dual 10 role. I think it's kind of nice. Like he had a lot of the ball. I thought he looked good. I would be interested in him, especially because mid is pretty light as a position goes. So these are the type of guys you're going to be looking at.
I didn't really watch too much of this game. Were they playing more direct, or were they still passing the ball through the midfield?
I thought there was a lot of play through the midfield for sure.
Okay.
I think because they have two holders and then they have Paqueta and Fernandez, it's like that box midfield where they're trying to have an extra man in there, So that ends up getting quite a bit of play through there.
Okay.
So yeah,
that's interesting.
I was interested in it. I want to get your opinion on this Diego Gomez guy for Brighton. He scored 2. It was his breakout performance. He hasn't really done it much. He's had a few starts and was pretty non-existent prior to this. Palace next, which isn't ideal, but then the next 2 games after that we've talked about are Brentford, Nottingham Forest. Is that someone you would take a flyer on, or is that you need to see a little more?
Well, but you got honestly in most of these leagues, if you don't pick them up early, you're not going to get them. You got to be quick, man.
Yeah.
You got to be quick like Tico, picking up the lap in both freaking leagues, like that.
And then being like, wait, how did he get a red?
And why does it carry on into the league?
That is bullshit. No, that is bullshit. I like Brighton attacking players, so I would take him. That is bullshit. It's like getting already Copa del Rey and missing a La Liga game. It's stupid.
Here's my question for you guys: Who would you rather pick up from those 3 mids? Harry Wilson, Mateus Fernandez, or Diego Gomez? If you had an open spot and those 3 guys were on waivers, who would you rather grab? Because I could see an argument for every single one.
Gomez.
I think I'd go Fernandez.
I was going to say, who's Fernandez?
I would go Gomez
next game.
West Ham.
Yeah.
Game week 11, they're playing Burnley.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I go Fernandez.
But I mean, for Gomez, all you have to do is just kind of pass it to Welbeck, and he's going to score a goal. So that's an easy assist right there.
That's not a given.
When you like a Welbeck,
that's not a given.
What? How dare you?
It's not a given.
The disrespect for your country, man.
It's not a given.
Honestly, I like Brighton players more. If it's just the teams, Brighton, West Ham, get fucking West Ham out of my life.
They're like the LA Clippers of the league.
I think it's valid. I think I like Fernandez for the matchup and the fact that he's kind of playing a new position. And the fact that he's gotten a goal and an assist in the last 2 games makes me think that he's kind of like on one. And with Gomez, we just haven't seen him do anything other than this game. So you see guys that blow up, like have a glow up for a single game. But I could see the argument either way. Okay, the last name on here, Wesley Fofana, Chelsea. He's healthy, which is like the biggest thing for him. And I thought he looked elite for Spurs. I thought he totally just dominated and looked really good, was in a lot of plays, solid defensive numbers. And the most surprising thing for me when I looked at his stats, he had 3 successful dribbles as a defender, which is like, if you're getting a few successful dribbles thrown into all the defensive stats, it's pretty good.
That's pretty good. So that's the point.
I think if healthy, he could be a strong option. All right, boys. We're going to talk preview a little bit.
All right. Should we tell them how we're going to bet this week?
Yeah. So we are no longer going to do parlays because those are suckers bets. And we've known that we've known that this whole time. And we've just been the biggest suckers.
We kept doing it because we do it for you.
But what we're going to do is we're still going to each choose a bet. But what we're going to do now is we're just going to split the winnings.
Suggy just called us pussies.
Whatever the bet is.
Motherfucker.
Well, he's not wrong. I mean, do you think this is should we go back? Should we renege on our decision?
Honestly, I like the part because, like, if we're doing $10, if we win, even if it's like plus 300, it's like you win $30, $20. Like, all right, whatever. But if we hit a parlay, remember that one time we did like a $700 parlay? Oh my god!
I mean, we're still riding the high of that. That was for like game week 3 of last year, and we're still riding that high.
We got one this year. The first match.
We won this year.
Game week 1. Yeah.
Let's go again.
We're being close.
Okay, well, I'm up for it. Let's talk through these games, and let's both talk about the odds, and let's talk a little fantasy, and let's just do this somewhat quick because we're running a long one here.
Let's go.
Okay, Tottenham versus Man United. Other than Kudus, I would wait on the Tottenham lineup before making choices from a fantasy standpoint because they are just the way that they've been lining up is just scary to me.
Well, you go with this.
And then I guess for the United side, it's like the United point roulette. Like who's going to miss out? I think it's really hard to have 4 or 5 guys all score.
Yeah, but
So
you still
we talked
start
about it
all
earlier.
four
I
of
think it's
those.
probably like this. You have to
But
start
if
him,
they're
but
gonna score,
it's like Russian roulette. You just don't know. You might have the bullet. And the bullet is
keep.
a 0. Big fat
They're
0.
But
gonna
if
want
all of
revenge
them
too,
score,
'cause
it's gonna be against Tottenham.
yeah, Man United wants revenge
Okay, you
too,
want
'cause
to know
we
the
beat them
odds?
4 times last season.
A Tottenham win is plus 180. Yeah. A Tottenham win is plus 180. A Manchester United win is plus 145. And a draw is plus 250.
Oh,
Fucking
United
draw.
favorite.
Tottenham
United favorite.
can't.
I can see a draw in this game.
You know what's fucking hilarious? I'm about to say that Tottenham can't score, but we got like one of the highest goal assist averages in the league.
Really?
Yeah, goals against and
Oh,
goals for.
okay. Next game, Everton Fulham.
I think Grealish comes
What do
back
you think
in this
about
game.
that?
Grealish comes back in this game.
You think Grealish
And
is a
Dye's
bounce
gonna tear him
back game for Grealish? If Grealish doesn't bounce back, I usually get a little concerned because I feel there's been even as points have been decent, there's been a little bit of like a drop off as far as like his impact.
I
His
don't know if
points have
it's
been
the
solid even when his impact kind of diminished. But this last few games, I just feel like his impact has not been there.
You think he's back on the sauce?
I mean, I think he's just off the high of like leaving that team. I think he's like back into the routine. And maybe it's the sauce.
Well, he did have
Maybe
a
it's
week
the sauce.
off. He didn't play against City, so it's like, what am I gonna do? Let me just.
And you think if he traveled, if he traveled too, he went back to his local. You know what I mean?
I doubt he traveled
Bangkok?
if he couldn't play. Maybe he does. Maybe he does that. They might just keep him with him.
I'll stick with Grealish.
Okay, the odds: Everton plus 120, Fulham plus 240 at the Hill Dickinson. That's an interesting one. The draw is plus 125.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like this game.
Yeah. Okay, what about this one? I don't know how I feel about this one either. West Ham Burnley. I believe it's at the Burnley Turf Moor, the Burnley Stadium.
Okay.
There's a lot of pieces to play here, I think. I think there's a lot. I think you can play quite a few pieces here.
I don't know if it's a lot.
West Ham have led in 8 in the last 5. Well, West Ham have led in 8 goals in the last 5 games. Burnley have led in 11 goals in the last 5 games. So I think there's a lot of attacking pieces you can play. I think like Fernandez, who we talked about on waivers, I think is a very good play this week. I think
Fernandez, Bowen,
obviously the Bowen. I think even like Somerville, you could maybe flirt with if you're really at the bottom of the barrel.
Desperate.
He got like 9.5 points last game, so I'm not like so against it. I think some of those Burnley players, some of those Burnley attackers we've spoken about in the past. What Anthony? No, what's his name?
Anthony. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think some of those guys are interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. West Ham is minus 102. So actually, that means it must be at the
up to box. London, the Olympic Stadium.
London's the Olympic Stadium, and then Burnley is plus 285, with the draw being plus 245. I don't know about like this one either, Chico. Do you feel the same way?
West Ham. Yeah, no, I don't feel comfortable betting on. Yeah,
this parlay isn't looking too good. Let's keep going.
Okay, next one. This might just be. I might just pick this one so I can get a W under my belt. Chelsea versus Wolves. A managerless Wolves. Can they bounce back? I think you're excited. You're excited to start all the Chelsea assets. Although there is always that fear with this young Chelsea team that there could be some sort of slip up.
You just jinx yourself, man.
I just gotta say it. I'm trying to reverse jinx by saying it.
Classic reverse jinx. I just know Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez is a go. Pedro Neto coming back to Wolves. Any
starter is a goal in my mind.
Yeah,
any starting Chelsea.
When the hell is Palmer coming back?
Chelsea.
No, after the break, 6 weeks from a week and a half ago.
You also skipped Arsenal Sunderland game, but not much to talk about there. Arsenal, everyone.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, this is easy. Arsenal's only minus 250. Sunderland's plus 600. Actually, I don't know, man. Sunderland's been pretty good. They might cause some problems for Arsenal. That might be one that's like a little bit of a banana peely for Arsenal.
I don't think so. I think Arsenal's going to trample these guys.
Arsenal's is so good. I mean, I guess. Yeah.
They're going to trample them.
I'm saying that might be a harder game. I think Arsenal still wins. I'm just saying that might be a harder game than it looks like on paper. I mean, Sunderland, if Sunderland would have won today, they would have gone to the second. So you can't just automatically discredit them.
Bro, I think there's only 5 teams in the league that can trip Arsenal up.
I just don't even. I think that like I don't know. Look at the odds. Arsenal's minus 250. That's like that's like if that's obviously a big edge, but it's not like this dominant. It's not like like Chelsea's. Yeah, I guess Chelsea's minus 285 against Wolves. I don't know.
It could also be because it's on a short week, Keith. I think that was my factor there too.
That's true. Okay, so we talked about those two games. Crystal Palace, Brighton.
Ooh, what's the odds?
We've been talking about this is the most interesting game to me in the league. Just after that really good performance from Brighton, how are they performing against this Crystal Palace team that's been so good? Crystal Palace is plus 126 for the win. Brighton is plus 205 for the win.
Crystal Palace.
I think you just start everyone. You start all your players. I think that there's no insights here.
I just wonder how busy the Palace defenders are going to be against this Brighton team. Like, how busy are they going to be?
Danny Welbeck, Yusufa Minta. I mean, they have the talent. The Brighton team has the talent.
But they got Chris Richards.
Aston Villa, Bournemouth. Chris Richards. Yeah. I mean, he's been good. Aston Villa, Bournemouth. I think this is an interesting one too. You like Villa here? I feel like after that loss, Emery was going crazy on the touchline. You mentioned how they played him differently. Maybe Emery just kind of outthought himself because prior to this, they'd won 4 games in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
what's Bournemouth's loss for?
Bournemouth, I think it hasn't been as good. They've kind of struck. I mean,
so they lost against City.
Yeah, I'm pulling up their 5. Loss against City, win against Forest, draw against Palace, win against Fulham, draw against Leeds.
Oof.
So a little bit of a mixed bag.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're still incredible. They're still incredibly good.
I see Krupi scoring this game.
You think he gets a start over Evan Nielsen? Evan Nielsen came back. I thought Krupi actually had a few good opportunities. So maybe that'll be something to keep an eye on. I mean, like Krupi or Evan Nielsen, like that's starting to become like it's not. I'm not 100% sure who starts in these games.
I think Evan Nielsen comes off the bench just to ease him back into it, and then we'll see after that.
So again, he comes off the bench again for a second week in a row. Yeah. Did I do the odds for this one or no? Did I tell you guys? Palace is plus 146. Brighton is plus 205. A draw is plus 250.
I like
Interesting. You like Palace? Yeah. This is one of those ones. I think I'm like in the. You mean Villa?
Sorry, I like.
Oh, sorry, guys. I'm mixing up games. We're talking about Villa. Sorry, we're talking about Villa Bournemouth. My bad.
I like Bournemouth.
Villa is plus 118. Bournemouth is plus 230.
I like Bournemouth in this one. Semenyo's gone for a little dry spell. He's got to light up a little bit this game. That's what I think.
Villa Bournemouth. It's at Villa Park. It's tricky.
Yeah, we'll see.
There's a lot of tricky games this week. Brentford versus Newcastle. I mean, I would absolutely bet on Newcastle to win that game if I was promising that I wasn't going to bet on Newcastle for a while because I got to get off that. I got to wean myself off the Newcastle support.
What's the odds on that one?
Brentford plus 190, Newcastle plus 142. So I'm guessing that it's at the Brentford Stadium.
Yeah, it's probably at
it's at the GTEC.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, would you?
Don't worry.
Again, like I don't feel uncomfortable about not playing anyone in this game either because this Newcastle hasn't been great. Like they, and like the fact that like Antony got pulled at half, Baltimore got pulled at half. Like I'm a little nervous about those guys.
Did Baltimore? He hasn't scored the last 2 league games.
Not in the last 2 league games, but he scored in midweek
in the cup.
Was it the League Cup? Yeah.
Yeah. So Carabao.
I don't think it's that big a deal. Okay,
next
one. Forest Leeds. You go Newcastle?
Yeah.
I mean, I think you got to go Newcastle, but I think that it's just, is it worth it at plus 142? And the fact that they just lost to West Ham is concerning.
Yeah. And they got Europe
Forest Leeds. And they got Europe this week. Very true. So Forest Leeds is the next game. I think this is interesting. We just saw Forest look a lot better, huh?
Yeah, we saw Leeds not look so good.
Yeah. So Leeds is at plus 225. Forest is at plus 124. I'm a little nervous. Like I picked up Aronson 2 weeks ago after he had a few good games, and he had put up that 19-pointer last week. So I was obviously going to start him this week, and then he looked terrible. So he's probably going back on benches again.
Yeah,
because he's just not someone that I trust. You know what I mean? I was following the points a little bit, but like he's not someone that I'm going to stick with.
Yeah,
So he's someone,
it's
I
funny.
think a lot of those guys I'm a little weary of, you know.
It's funny because I benched Ayari for him this week, so I picked him up. And Ayari's been consistent. He scores 7 plus most games. So he's missed the consistency. And putting Aronson, he only put up 1. I don't think we spoke enough about Brighton's midfield with Ayari also. He puts up numbers.
Yeah.
But Leeds, Forest,
Oof.
it's a hard one, mate. I'm not really sure on it.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough one. It's at the City Ground, so
It's not really saying much.
what that's
Again,
worth.
it's the bottom feeders and who's going to fucking come out on top.
Yeah, those are tough games. And the last game of the week isn't much better too. It's Man City versus Liverpool.
Oh,
That's the marquee matchup, 8:30 a.m. on Sunday.
Where's the game?
That game is at the Etihad. And those odds are Man City's minus 118, Liverpool's plus 285.
What the fuck?
What a
nightmare! Surprised by that. I'm surprised.
What a
by
nightmare!
that.
Back-to-back games for Liverpool, going against Real Madrid and City.
Yeah, they both play midweek, but like I'm sure City will rest a few players, where Liverpool will probably have to play the full squad, obviously. So yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm really shocked by that plus 285. I think that's like, as much as I think that this game's 50-50, if you're telling me this game's like 50-50 or 30-30, whatever, with a draw, but then you're giving me plus 285 on Liverpool to win.
I don't know. I'm not really surprised by that line. He's not playing. No,
he's been out injured. Ekitika's been great though. I mean, he obviously didn't score this week, but he did score, but it got disallowed for offsides.
But just look at the forms. Look how City.
Yeah, go on. I know you're saying, Tiga. Liverpool's been losing games.
Yeah, I hear you. But it's not. It's Liverpool versus Haaland.
Shut him down. He shut down the whole thing.
Yeah, but they haven't been able to shut down anybody else. So Rodri might be playing. Yeah, you're right. But that means that's good for me. If Rodri plays, that means Reindeer Games gets to play a little bit fucking further up. Actually play some football that he knows how to play.
You have like a love-hate relationship with Reinders. He's like your most like love-hate guy this year.
Reinders?
You love to, Tigo loves to hate. No, sorry, Enzo loves to hit him.
I love to hate him, but I like him.
Okay, should we make a bet?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, should we make a bet? I'm not feeling good about anything, so I'm just gonna go with Chelsea. Chelsea minus 285.
Oof.
Chelsea versus Wolves. Chelsea minus 285. I'm trying to get a win. Under our belts, boys.
All right, I'm going Newcastle.
Newcastle plus 142.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Sergey's going to Arsenal.
Probably.
I'm gonna put it in there. Can you? I can't see the notes. Can you? What do you say?
No, he asked.
Let me see what he put.
He said, "Give me Bournemouth."
He said, "Give me
Bournemouth plus 230."
Oof! Wow,
you guys. Okay.
All right, then I'll take Arsenal.
You mean you guys? I fucking. Oh, there you go.
Arsenal?
I can't even say nothing to Sergey. He's been doing well.
That's plus 1410. So it's Bournemouth plus 230, Newcastle United plus 142, Arsenal minus 250, Chelsea minus 285. That's risking 40 to win $564.
Oh shit!
That's all we need, baby.
That's all we need to get us back on track.
All right,
we're so back. I'm placing the bet right now.
Nice.
Bet plays. All right, this has been episode 111 of Draft Offsides. My name's Keith. I'm with Tico and Enzo. We will see you guys next week. Follow us at Draft Offsides. Let's go. What does that say? Yamamoto 18.
Yamamoto.
Let's go Dodgers. Let's go baseball.
Let's go Dodgers.
Stick to baseball.
We ruined baseball.
Later. All right.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to record next week because I'm flying back Monday.
Okay. Would you want to record on Sunday, or should we just do it without you?
No, because it's my last day and I want to be out and about getting drunk. Oh, yeah. And Tuesday, I land Tuesday morning and I have a concert at night. So I need, just record without me.
Yeah, no worries. This life that Tico leads, like, I'm not gonna lie, it's really cool. Don't get me wrong, but like, are you
it's because he's not held down by a woman. No,
that's what I was about to ask. Are you? Where are you? Are you there on your own? Wow. No. Yeah.
It's a solo trip.
Okay.
It's fun.
It's a solo trip.
I respect it.
No, it is.
I respect it. Enzo, should we see if we can get Nate on the pod next week? What do you think?
Who's Nate?
No, fuck you.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with Tico on this one. Fuck you, Nate. Hope we make this into a short, Nate. Fuck you. And then, you know what, Raf? I hope you watch this too. Fuck you, you newcomer, coming up here 7-1. Who are these guys you keep bringing onto the league, and they get win their first season? It's fucking horrible. No more first time.
It's guys that I
luckies.
know that know ball. Unfortunately, I'm only trying to up the competitive level. I'm not trying to bring in scrubs that we can steal their money
And
from.
Nate has a sickness because he goes over the top and looks at stats that I'd never seen before. I thought I was going deep with their Instagram posts.
That's not a stat.
Nate's looking at
also, that was supposed to be your shtick. That was supposed to be your shtick. You haven't done any like wag
you
updates.
haven't done it once. You haven't given us one sort of wag update all year. You're dropping the ball on the wag updates.
And
no, I haven't.
Anything you talked about is stuff we asked you about.
I've been really busy, man.
Yeah, you're really letting us down. You're letting us down.
I'm sorry that I don't work from home, or I don't get to go to Buenos Aires and then go to a concert the day after I get back, and you know, I don't have that kind of time. I will have some time in a couple of weeks. I'm sending the missus to England,